Watching Duke's Paolo Banchero feels like watching the future of the NBA. He is nearly 7 foot, but he is most celebrated for his ability playing on the ball. As the season progressed, even at his size, he looked like the most skilled playmaker on his Duke team. He is incredibly smooth and comfortable beating his defender one-on-one in isolation. While I'm most excited about his ability as a creator, he looks good off the ball too. He was 40% when shooting off the catch and, on a low sample size, 70% on corner three-pointers. Maybe he doesn't reach their apex, but I do believe that Paolo is skilled enough to eventually resemble scoring forwards like Jayson Tatum and Carmelo Anthony. Gonzaga's Chet Holmgren, who was the top overall player on my personal big board, is immediately going to become one of the most interesting players in the NBA. You're going to hear Holmgren compared to guys like Kristaps Porzingis and Kevin Durant, but that's just because they're all very skinny, and frankly, I don't think that makes for a particularly interesting comparison. Some draft models compare Holmgren to stretch bigs like BOSH and JAREN Jr, which both feel a little bit more fair to me. I think that when he comes into the league, however, Holmgren can have a relatively similar defensive impact to what we saw from Evan Mobley during his rookie season with the Cavs last year. I think the most exciting part about Chet's game people don't talk about enough is that he has pretty good skills on the ball. Holmgren has the unique ability to block a shot, take the rock up the floor, and hit a three-pointer off the dribble. It's hilarious to watch, and it's why he was one of the collegiate leaders in transition three-pointers last year. Overall, I'm really excited about Chet's game in the NBA. The pitch for Auburn's Jabari Smith is so simple that it almost sounds too good to be true. He is nearly 7 foot with a plus wingspan, but last season, as an 18-year-old freshman, he shot 42% on three-pointers. He ranked in the 80th percentile or better when shooting off the catch and when shooting off the dribble. Those numbers are ridiculous for an upperclassman. When he gets open three-pointers at the next level, they are connecting. Smith, whose father played in the NBA, also has the athleticism to succeed in the pros. He is capable of throwing down highlight reel caliber dunks, but he also uses that athleticism while on the defensive side of the floor as well. I've heard Jabari described as a 6'10" version of Ray Allen, and while that's ridiculous, it's also why you draft him with such a high pick. Purdue's Jaden Ivey is, without much doubt, the most athletic player in the 2022 NBA draft. You're going to watch his highlights a lot during his time in the pros. When you watch him, you'll see some similarities to Grizzlies star Ja Morant. You're not crazy for thinking that. They both have ridiculous vertical pop. I don't think those comparisons are exactly fair, however, because Morant also led all NCAA players in assists. Ja averaged 24 points and 10 assists when he was in college, whereas Ivey was 17 points and 3 assists last year. Ivey is an incredibly promising go-to scoring option. I wouldn't be surprised if his rookie season was relatively similar to what we saw recently from either Anthony Edwards or Jalen Green.
Hey sports fans, if you want to see more videos like this, check out some of our other ones right here. And if you like what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more from USA Today Sports.